Neil Dawson was just another small-town guy with big dreams. Growing up in a modest home, he never imagined he'd one day build a business empire that would change lives. His childhood was filled with challenges, but Neil had an innate drive to succeed. At the age of 18, he decided to venture into the world of business, armed with only his high school diploma and a burning desire to create something lasting. What started as a small, humble venture would soon evolve into something much larger, but it was far from easy. The path ahead was filled with obstacles that would test his resolve. Neil's first business venture was a modest online store selling niche products. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a start. Like many entrepreneurs, he faced rejection and failure early on. His website crashed, customer orders got mixed up, and the business was on the verge of collapse. But Neil wasn't one to give up easily. Instead of quitting, he spent sleepless nights learning everything he could about e-commerce, marketing, and customer relations. Slowly, he began to refine his approach, and the tides started to turn. The world was watching, but Neil didn't know if he was ready for what was coming next. As Neil's business grew, so did his ambitions. He realized that in order to truly scale his company, he needed to diversify. Taking a risk, Neil expanded his product line and invested in digital marketing. This was a turning point for him. The change wasn't immediate, but over time, Neil's persistence began to pay off. His sales numbers started to rise, and for the first time, he could see his dreams becoming a reality. But success wasn't just about making money. It was about building something bigger. Neil started to invest in his employees, offering them training and development opportunities that would help both the company and individuals thrive. By 2010, Neil's company had reached a level of success he hadn't imagined in his wildest dreams. His brand was gaining recognition, and customers were beginning to trust his products. Yet, there was a lingering fear. Could his business withstand the competitive pressure of larger corporations? Neil knew that in order to stay ahead, he needed innovation. He began to prioritize research and development, constantly looking for ways to improve his products and services. The risk of failure was high, but so were the rewards. Little did Neil know, the next few years would push him to his limits. In 2013, disaster struck. A major competitor launched a product that threatened to overshadow everything Neil had worked for. The market became flooded, and sales took a nosedive. Neil faced the harsh reality of business. No matter how successful you are, you're never truly safe. But instead of retreating, Neil saw this as an opportunity to innovate even further. He doubled down on his efforts, focusing on what made his brand unique. He invested heavily in customer feedback and developed a product that was not only superior, but also tailored specifically to his audience's needs. The gamble paid off. The new product was a game changer. Not only did it revive Neil's business, but it also established his brand as a leader in the market. Word of mouth spread like wildfire, and soon his company was the go-to name in the industry. Neil's dedication to innovation and customer satisfaction had paid off. However, just as things were looking up, a new challenge emerged. With the success of his company, Neil now had to manage a growing workforce, navigate complex logistics, and stay on top of global expansion. The pressure was mounting, and it was unclear whether he could sustain the growth. In 2016, Neil faced perhaps his biggest challenge yet. As his business expanded internationally, he encountered supply chain issues and rising operational costs. The demands of running a global operation were overwhelming, and Neil found himself questioning if he had taken on more than he could handle. But the key to his success had always been his adaptability. He began to restructure his operations, finding innovative ways to streamline processes and reduce costs. His ability to think outside the box and remain calm under pressure proved to be vital. And slowly but surely, he regained control. By 2018, Neil Dawson's business had transformed from a small online store to an internationally recognized brand. His company had secured partnerships with some of the world's largest retailers, and his products were being sold in multiple countries. Neil's success was no longer just about financial gains. It was about leaving a lasting legacy. He had become a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs and had given back to the community by supporting local startups and mentoring young business owners. But with this success came new challenges. How could Neil continue to grow without losing the values that made his company unique? As Neil's business flourished, he began to focus on sustainability and corporate social responsibility. He realized that success wasn't just about profits. It was about making a positive impact on the world. He introduced environmentally friendly practices into his operations, reducing waste and embracing green technologies. Neil's commitment to sustainability became a core part of his brand identity. Customers appreciated this new direction, and sales soared once again. But even as his business reached new heights, Neil remained humble, always reminding himself of the struggles he had faced on his journey. Today, Neil Dawson stands as one of the most successful entrepreneurs of his generation. His journey from an ordinary business owner to an extraordinary success story is a testament to hard work, resilience, and the power of innovation. Looking back on his career, Neil credits his success to his ability to take risks, learn from failures, and always stay true to his values. His story continues to inspire entrepreneurs around the world, proving that with the right mindset, anyone can achieve the extraordinary. The future remains bright for Neil Dawson, and his legacy as a visionary entrepreneur is secure.